Hare Krishna. Welcome back to the 10th canto study. We are now discussing the second chapter of the 10th canto, and the Lord, the 6 children have appeared and been killed. We discussed especially Kalanemi story, and then we discussed about how the Lord instructs Yogamaya, Maya Devi, to do certain action, especially transfer Balramji. So now let's see how that exactly happens, how Balramji is transferred. So 13th verse onwards. Garbha sankarshanat tamvai prahu sankarshanam bhuvi rame tilok ramanad balabhadram balochrayat. Garbha sankarshanat tamvai. So because this child will be transferred from one womb to another, so he will be known as Sankarshan. Sankarshan is also one of the forms of the Lord. Actually, it is said that at the time of destruction, fire comes out from his mouth and he is also responsible for destruction. That is also one reason why he is called as Sankarshan. But here specifically, because Nikarshan, transfer is happening. So, Prahu Sankarshanam Bhuvi. So actually, this particular child who will appear, he will be known as Sankarshan. Then, Rame Tilok Ramanad. Because he will give joy to people. Therefore, he will be known as Rama. So there is Lord Ramachandra, there is Lord Balaram, who is also known as Ram, there is Parshuram, who is also known as Ram, and there is Krishna, who is Radhika Raman, who is also known as Ram. So normally when we use the word Ram, we by default think that this refers to Dashrathandan Ram. But we have to see the context to see which Ram is being referred to. Then, Balabhadram Balochrayat. Balabhadram, he will also be known as Balabhadra, Balochrayat. He will exhibit tremendous power. And this power is not just physical power, actually, the power is higher, the power of prema. So Balramji definitely has extraordinary physical power, no doubt. We will see later in the 10th canto how just by his club, he lifts up the whole Kuru capital. So he has formidable power, but the speciality of Balram is the power of devotion, the power of love. So by that power of love, he acts as the Guru and he infuses the devotion in the heart of others and he liberates them from material existence. So the Balaram refers to that. So he gives Rama, he gives higher happiness, and by that higher happiness, by his power, he exhibits the power in liberating people from material existence and granting them the most powerful love for Krishna. He's the Guru Tattva, as we know. Now, Sandishatvaim Bhagavata Tatheti Ometti Tadvachaha Pratigruhya Parikramya Gam Gata Tatha Korot. So, Sandishtvaim Bhagavata. So, as the Bhagavata, as the Supreme Lord had told her, Tatheti Ometti Tadvachaha, she replied, I will do it. So be it. So that's using the word Om. So I'll do it. Patigrahya parikramya. So she circumambulated the Lord, offered up his obeisances, and Gam gata tatha akarot. So to do accordingly, she went to do the work. Now let's see how it happens. What happens exactly and how it happens. Garbhe pranihite devakya rohinim yoga nidraya aho vishram sito garbha iti paura vichukrushuhu. So what happened is Yoga Nidraya. Yoga Nidraya means mystic slumber. So the Yoga Maya, she acted through Yoga Nidra. Maya puts into illusion. Nidra also puts us into kind of illusion. It makes us asleep, and when we are sleeping, then we are not aware of the things around us. So here Yoga Nidra is the means by which Yoga Maya accomplished her function. So what did she do? Through Yoga Maya, she put both Devaki and Rohini in slumber. And then this child was attracted and transferred from Devaki to Rohini. So Garbhe Pranite Devakya. So actually now what exactly happened? So actually there was the pregnancy, and it's described in the Harivamsha that Devaki felt as if her child is falling away. There is a miscarriage. And then as she was feeling that, she saw that, oh, this child has appeared. She was When she felt the great pain as the child was falling away, she fell unconscious. And then while she was unconscious, in her dream state, she saw this person coming out and disappearing. So she felt very sad, heartbroken. For a mother to lose a child itself is, any child is very painful. But with that child is so special, it's Balram, that's even more painful. So people also thought that there was a miscarriage. Now some people even thought that Kamsa had actually caused that miscarriage deliberately. But they did not speak like this because they were all afraid of Kamsa. So they knew Kamsa was cruel, but they also knew that Kamsa's cruelty would increase all the more if he heard that people were gossiping about his barbarism. So they kept quiet. So Devaki and the residents of Mathura, including Kamsa, felt that, oh, this child is lost. But what had happened? That child was taken to Rohini's womb. Now, Rohini, she became infused with the presence of the Lord. So now, Lord Balramji over here. Now, what had exactly happened? Jiva Goswami explains the events in Gopal Champu, that actually Rohini had left for Nanda Gokul Mahavan about 7 months ago. 7 to 8 months ago. And then after that, several months ago basically. After that, Kamsa, so when she had left, she had just become pregnant. So through her husband Vasudev, and then when she, at this particular time, that pregnancy, it appeared that there was also miscarriage over there. But then that miscarriage did not seem so apparent because there was this child which was brought into the womb. So that's why people thought, nobody suspected, how it was not that Rohini was normal and suddenly she became pregnant. But she thought that actually this is the same child, same pregnancy that is going on and on. And then later on from her, Balram appeared. So Vasudeva had only impregnated her, and that's why people knew that she was pregnant. But that pregnancy was taken away, and then that Vasudeva had impregnated Devaki, that was Balramji, and then that Balramji was transferred over here into the womb of Rohini, and that's how Rohini came to be the mother of Balramji. Now after this, what happened? Now Krishna's appearance will be described. Bhagavan api vishwatma bhaktanam abhayankara avivesham shibhagena mananakadandubhe. So that Supreme Lord, who is Bhagavan, who is the possessor of 6 opulences, who is the topmost person, Vishwatma, he is a super soul of all living beings. What does he do? Bhaktanam abhayankara. He frees his devotees from fear. So now those who were fearful, and he was going to descend to free them from fear. Avivesham shibhagena. So he appeared in the law. Mana anakadundubi. Where did he appear? Avivesham shibhagena. With great effulgence, in full splendor, with all his parts together, he appeared in the mind of Anakadundubi, that is Vasudeva. Then what happened? Vasudeva became effulgent. Sabibhrat paurusham dhama brajamano yatha ravi durasado ati durdarsho bhutanam sambabhuvaha. So Sabibhrat paurusham dhama. So he took a paurusha, is the adjective from purusha. Paurusha dhama refers to the effulgence of the Lord. As I mentioned, dhama refers to abode, it refers to power, it refers to effulgence, it can refer to form also. So here paurusham dhama, so it refers to the effulgence of the Supreme Lord. So he became shining. Brajamano, how shining in what way? Yatha ravihi, just like the sun is effulgent, he became effulgent just like that. And then durasado ati durdarsho, people could not look at him and he was impossible to defeat. Bhutanam sambabhuva, extremely radiant, effulgent, and also he became so powerful that nobody could counter him. And then after that, what happens? Tato jagan mangalam achyutamsham samahitam shura sutena devi tadhara sarvatmakamatma bhutam Kashta yathanandakaram manastaha tato jagan mangalam. Jagan mangala, that Lord which does the good for all living beings. Achyutamsham. So here with Achyuta means, normally the word Achyuta means the one who never falls, one who never commits any mistakes, one who never fails, Achyuta, infallible. So Achyutamsham means that Lord who came without any part remaining behind. He came in his completeness. All his parts were there. There was no mistake. This is an indication that Krishna is actually Avatari, the source of all incarnations. So that infallible Lord, he came with all his parts without leaving anything behind. Samahitam Shura Sutena Devi. So Samahitam Shura Sutena. Shura Sutena refers to Vasudeva, and Devi is Dwarka, is Devaki. So it is transferred to her. Dadhar Sarvatmakamatma Bhutam. So Dadhar Sarvatmakam Ashma Bhutam. So he appeared in Manastha, in the mind of Devaki. So from the mind of Vasudeva, he went to the mind of Devaki, and from there he went to the womb. So this is not a normal seminal impregnation. So the mystical, divinely mystical impregnation. And she became beautiful by carrying Krishna. Sarvatmakam Atma Bhutam. And the example that is given is just as the eastern direction at night, it becomes dark, or twilight, it starts becoming dark. But then when the moon appears, it starts becoming effulgent. So like that, this direction became effulgent. So now, actually when the Lord appears, his appearance is not material, it's not mundane, it's transcendental. And Prabhupada hammers this point again and again throughout his purports. And Krishna talks about it, talking about right from 4 points in the Bhagavad Gita. Ajopi sanabhyatma bhutanam itrishna ishwarapasan prakritim swam adhishtaya sambhavamya atmamaya. Prakritim swam adhishtaya. I come by my own nature. It's not that Krishna has to take shelter of material nature to come. Krishna's form is eternal, transcendental. And there are many verses from the Madhvacharya quotes from Tantra Bhagavat, and Sanatana Goswami quotes from the Mahavaraha Purana. And like many verses are used to establish this point that the Lord's form is eternal, it's not temporary, it's not illusory. And then now it's described Sarva Atmaka. Sarva Atmaka is going to give joy to everyone. When Balramji appeared, there was joy as well as sorrow. But when Krishna appears, there is tremendous joy. Now what happens? So Devaki Sarvajagan Nivasa Bhutanitaram Nareje Bhojendra Gehe Agnishikhe Varuddha Saraswati Jnana Khale Yatha Sati. So that Sati, that chaste lady, Sir Devaki, there was the Devaki Sarvajagan Nivasa. So she became the residence place of Sarvajagan Nivasa, of the Lord of all of existence. The word Jagana refers to, like there is Thavara and Jangama. Jangama is that which moves. So similarly, Jagan is that which moves. That refers to the temporary material world, which is always in a state of movement. So Jagan Nivasa refers to that Lord who is the abode of the material world. The word Sarva can also has many meanings. All it means at one level. But Sarva can be a separate describer which can refer to the eternal. And that refers to living entities. Sanatana Goswami explains. So that Lord who is the abode of the temporary material existence and of the eternal living entities, that Lord appeared in Devaki's womb. Nivasa Bhuta Nitaram Nareje. So when he appeared like that, Bhojendra Gehe, she was under house arrest. Actually she was in a cellar in his house only. Kamsa wanted to be around to take immediate action as the child was born. He didn't want any risks. So he had not kept them in the state prison. He had imprisoned them in his own house. It was almost like a prison. They were shackled. But it was near his house only. And then because of that, she was covered over, and she was like, what? 2 examples are given. It was like the flames of a fire covered by a pot. There's a fire and then you put a pot around it. Then that fire cannot go away, cannot spread in all directions. And like that, or a person who has knowledge but who is gagged, who is not allowed to speak. That means what? That means the Lord was there, but the Lord's power was not being manifested through her. She also looked very attractive because of the presence of the Lord. Now, what is the significance of fire that is burning but that is not visible, that is covered over by a pot? Actually, the fire keeps burning, but people cannot see it. People cannot benefit from it initially. So, at the same time, the if inside the heart there is bhakti, this is what is being compared to. Devaki had immense bhakti inside her heart. She had knowledge in her heart, although that knowledge was not. She was not in a position to share that knowledge. That the Lord is in my heart. And similarly, there can be knowledgeable people who are not allowed to share Krishna consciousness. But still, it's described that the power of the splendor is such that even if it is not expressed to the world, still it burns internally and it benefits. So when there is knowledge inside, that knowledge acts on the subtle body and purifies the subtle body. When there is fire inside a house, that fire will keep burning and it will burn the house. So like that, knowledge, if it is expressed, it is good, it benefits others. But if we have knowledge and if we value the knowledge and we cherish the knowledge, then we will find that that knowledge will purify us, even if we are not able to share it with others. So like that, at Devaki, she is not in the position to share about Krishna's presence with others. She is present. So she is like a fire covered by a pot, or a person who has knowledge but can't give knowledge. But still, that presence of the Lord is still elevating us to higher and higher levels of ecstasy and anticipation. And in that sense, that presence is benefiting her at least, and it will benefit the world also afterwards. Now when Kamsa sees Devaki in this condition, he also is Ashtam Garbha. This is the 8th Garbha. He starts thinking, what will happen and what should I do now? So let's see his twisted reasoning. Tam kam vikshya kamsa prabhaya jitantaram virochayantim bhavanam shuchismitam ahaish me pranaharo harir guham dhruvam shuto yanna pure yamidrishi. So yanna pure yamidrishi, she never looked like this. What was it like? Comes a prabhaya jitantaram. Prabhaya, there was the effulgence because of the presence of the Ajita Antara, that Lord is unconquerable, that who is unlimited, who is present in her, and she was looking so effulgent by that. So Kamsa thought, I have never seen her like this. She was illuminating almost the room that is present. But still, when we compare it to the sun, the effulgence was not a lot. That's why that example of covering is given. Now, when fire is covered by a pot, it is not that if the fire is having nourishment, it won't get extinguished, but gradually it will burn the pot itself. So, like that, Kamsa could see the effulgence. He started wondering. So now she was not only that, she was Suchi, Smitam. Suchi is very, very clean, very pure. Smitam, she was smiling. Now, earlier when Vasudev had given the promise that I'll give the sons, so Devaki also smiled. At least her life was protected. She was not at all happy to give her sons to Kamsa, but she knew that Kamsa would otherwise try to kill her only. So she agreed for that condition at that time. But so at that time, her smile, which she had given to reassure Kamsa that you will get my sons, that smile was deceptive. But here it was pure smile. Shuchismita. And she was just so happy, so naturally confident that her Lord will deliver her. That he did not bother about anything. She did not bother about him. So this bothered Kamsa a lot. How is she so peaceful? How is she so joyful? So now, Ahishame pranaharo harir guham. Pranaharo harir guham. That person who is going to come to kill me. You know, the word guha can mean a cave. So here it refers to any enclosure, any place where something can be kept or something stays. So guha normally refers to cave, and animals stay in a cave like that. So it's indicating that here it refers to the guha refers to the womb. So it's concealed. So I cannot access. So this pranaharo hari must be there in my womb, in her womb. It's a Kamsa thinking. But then he also starts thinking that there is a skepticism over there. Maybe it is Hari. I don't know. So that's why he says he also thinks, although he's fearful, he's also egoistic. And out of ego, he thinks this child, what to speak of that child killing me, that child is afraid that I'll kill him. And that's why the Supreme Lord has hidden in the womb of Devaki. So he started thinking like this. This was his egomania. He's saying that I have conquered the whole world and there's no place for the Supreme Lord to go. Therefore, he must have entered, he's hiding in the womb of Devaki. So like that, he tried to pat himself on the back and he tried to give his ego a boost. Then he starts thinking, what should I do with this particular situation? Should I kill Krivki itself to be better to be safe than sorry? He's describing that. Kimadhi tasmin karani mashume id arthatantro na vihanti vikramam striya swasur gurumatya dadhoyam yashah shriyam hantyanu. So this guy, Kimadya, what should I do? Tasmin karaniyama shume. What should be done by me now? Yat arthatantro na vihanti vikramam. I should act in a way that my artha will be protected, my interests will be protected. So one might think it's obvious what will you do to protect your interests? Kill the child in the womb, kill the mother, get some miscarriage done, get some abortion done. I think like that. But he says, no, I have to think better. I'll get some temporary reprieve by that, but I'll get such terrible infamy. 3 reasons why I'll get infamy. She's a Striya, she's my sister, and she's pregnant. To attack a woman under such a situation is brutal beyond words. And because it is brutal beyond words, if I do this, then although I'll be living, I'll be like dead. So much infamy will come upon me that I'll not be able to live. Therefore, although he's a demon, he's also thinking that I have limits. Now, of course, his limits are not because of some moral or ethical constructions and considerations. They are because of social considerations, prestige considerations. So, he says, Yashashriya Hanti, my fame, my beauty, everything will be lost, he's thinking. Kamsa is thinking like this. So, Esha Jivan Khalu Sampareto Varteta Yotyantra Tyanta Nrisham Sitena Dehe Mritetam Manujah Shapanti Gantatamo Andham Tanmanino Dhruvam. So he says, what will happen if I kill her? So Esha Jivan Khalu Sampareto. So a person who is cruel is as good as dead even while living. Because that person is not loved by anyone, that person is hated by everyone. And to live amidst a situation where everybody is hating us, nobody cares for us, people want us to die, one actually feels miserable in such a life, and such a life will be like death. So people will think I am so shameless, and in such a situation if I kill, it will be terrible for me. So I'll be disgraced, dishonored, it will be like death in this life itself, and then at the end I'll have to go to hell also. So he's using profit loss calculation, deciding that killing her now is not a good idea. So then iti ghortamad bhavat sannivritta swayam prabhu aste pratiksham tajjanma harer vairanu. So iti ghortamad bhavan. So he had contemplated this terrible act, but he desisted from it. He decided not to do it. And aste pratiksham. So samvritta swayam prabhu, he withdrew to his own chambers, and he was waiting for the birth of the 8th child in the womb. Prabhu. Now, in one sense, he was a king and he did not have to bother about the opinions of others. But still, he bothered about the opinion because he was so reputation conscious. Then after that, so Harivamsha describes pastime that let my queens, my women, take care of her. That is definitely Devaki. And they should observe her regularly and let me know how the pregnancy is progressing. In how many months, at what stage it is. And as soon as the delivery comes very close, let me know. I'll be prepared for dealing with this whole situation. So now Harivamsha also describes that actually the ministers guarded Devaki very carefully because they knew this 8th child might be the cause of the destruction of their lord. But at the very least, actually speaking, this lord who is going to appear, he is going to kill Kamsa, and if he slips away, Kamsa will kill us. Therefore, we will protect very carefully. We will not let that protection was not to so that eventually to save. Protection was eventually to kill, but at least still they were guarding her very carefully. And then Asina Samvisham Stishtan Bhunjana Paryatan Mahim Chintayano Rishikesham Apashyat Tanmayam Jagat. So Tanmayam Jagat. So that universe appeared as like a void for Actually speaking, Tanmayam Jagat. That universe which, for being void, for Kamsa it appeared as if it was filled with what? Filled with Krishna everywhere. He said wherever he would go, he will see Krishna. And now, Rishikesham. The word Rishikesham is used because of what? Because the Lord is the controller of the senses. And being the controller of senses, he can appear in any sense that he wants. So he appears in, Kamsa sees Krishna everywhere, Kamsa hears Krishna everywhere. So like that, the Lord, he feels the world filled with Krishna everywhere. So Brahma Bhavash. So now what happened is, he started thinking that Kamsa is going to come to kill me. So Kamsa's Krishna consciousness was not Bhakti, because Bhakti is Anukulye, Krishna Anushilana, that is meant to please Krishna. Kamsa had no desire to please Krishna, wanted to kill Krishna. So his Krishna consciousness is not positive. And moreover, it is Krishna consciousness, but it is not Bhakti. And moreover, others devotees, actually such absorption in Krishna is very rare. But still that absorption does not benefit Kamsa, in the sense that Kamsa feels no satisfaction. Normally thinking of Krishna is very joyful. But in this case it is not at all joyful, because Kamsa was envious. And because he was envious of Krishna, so thinking about Krishna did not give him any joy. The yogis who meditated for long, the devotees are situated in prema, they are able to think of Krishna constantly. But thinking about Krishna gives them joy. Kamsa's terror increased as he kept thinking. Now, from the next verse onwards, the prayers will start. So, we'll discuss those prayers in our future sessions. Thank you. Hare Krishna.